I got to the house that night, and I heard some weird noises.
I was there.
The night of the attack? You were at the house?
Yes, and it was horrible. But so was he.
Another message.
But right before I was cut off, I saw two faces. Officer Colton and the girl. They were whispering together in a police car before the events that night. She warned him about what was going to happen. She was asking to be rescued. That she couldn't know if her plan to hurt the others was going to work. To be pulled from the circle. And then 3 other faces there that night. A mirror, all gaining extraordinary power.
We want to cut to some breaking news from the west side of the state. Police have just released the body cam footage of the arrest of the suspects in the notorious student house murders that took place last year in Port Landsend. While details of the investigation are being kept confidential, authorities have told us that the arrests are the outcome of weeks of intense scrutiny over the interrogation footage and conflicting statements from the main suspects in the case. We're going to cut directly to that footage now.
Heather Gardner, I have a warrant for your arrest. You're under arrest for the murder of 4 of your friends.
Are you kidding me? What?
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law.
Jeff, you know why I'm here.
What's going on?
We gotta take you in.
Take me in?
DA called this morning, and we got a warrant. Up against the truck.
I'm not going
Up against the truck. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed to you. Do you understand your rights if I've read them to you?
Yeah, I understand my rights. I've been doing this for 26 years. I cleaned this town up, and this is how they repay me.
Caleb Bell, time to wake up. We got a reservation for you in a 5x8. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. Natalie Bergstrom, I have a warrant for your arrest.
What?
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. Bruce Boyfriend, placing you under arrest.
Oh, come on. You're here to look at my hydrangeas, aren't you?
The right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. If you don't have a lawyer, one will be appointed for you.
The trial of the infamous Port Landsend massacre came to a close yesterday in a Pierce County courthouse. The crime shocked the otherwise close-knit community in 2012 when police uncovered the remains of 4 students in a house near the center of town. The case was initially plagued by lax police work and conflicting suspect testimony, taking investigators years to sift through what they called one of the most complex investigations ever undertaken. The dramatic case took many twists and turns. Judge Susan Arbea was there to deliver sentencing today.
Superior Court of Washington in Pierce County in the matter of the people of Washington versus Caleb Joseph Bell. Finds the defendant, Caleb Bell, guilty. Finds the defendant, Ruth Forsbrand, guilty. Natalie Bergstrom, guilty of the crime of manslaughter. You knew when and where a dangerous ritual was taking place. And not only did you not try to stop it, you actively attended and watched as the students performed actions that you knew would kill them, all in a selfish attempt to gain some supposed benefit from their trials, which we all know are a stretch, this witchcraft they were trying. You and your co-conspirators, whether working in tandem or individually, will be sentenced similarly. That sentencing will be performed at a later date. Ms. Gardner, please stand. Superior Court of Washington and Pierce County in the matter of the people of Washington versus Heather Jane Gardner. Case number 07835-BLA. Finds the defendant, Heather Gardner, guilty of the crime of murder in violation of Penal Code Section 187-A, a felony upon Emily Thomas, Brian Watson, Gregory Sims, and Alana Morgan, human beings, as charged in count 1 of the information. Ms. Gardner, you've now been found guilty of murder by a panel of your peers. Your jealousy was proven to be the ultimate undoing of your rational demeanor. Instead of accepting things you could not change with regard to your personal relationships, you chose instead to dive into the world of these alleged dark arts, something most of us know nothing about. However, the details of these rituals and maligned arts aren't really important. What we do know is the outcome of your experiments. You wished for bad things to happen to your friend Alana. You attempted to put a spell on her, while saving yourself from the effects of your friend's ritual. Little did you know just how bad the outcome of these experiments would be. An errant fire that quickly got out of control, causing harm not only to your peers, but to yourself as well in the process. This was a friend of yours and her family who invited you to spend the summer at their house free of charge. You betrayed their trust in the most egregious of ways. Had it not been for the actions of another person, your accomplice, you would not be alive today. May I remind you and everyone else in this courtroom that life is a precious gift, one we have no right to take from others. Sentencing will be determined at a later date. I wish you the best as you prepare for a long incarceration. Superior Court of Washington in Pierce County in the matter of the people of Washington versus Jeffrey Lee Colton, case number 07834-BLA, finds the defendant, Jeffrey Colton, guilty of the crime of murder in violation of Penal Code Section 187-A, a felony upon Emily Thomas, Brian Watson, Gregory Sims, and Alana Morgan, human beings, as charged in count 1 of the information. Mr. Colton, You served the town of Port Landsend proudly your entire career. You were held in the highest esteem amongst your peers and were a role model for the younger cadets. Why you chose to throw all that away for a single selfish choice, I will never know. You played God with the lives of 5 young people. In saving one, Miss Heather Gardner, were you hoping to make up for a past tragedy? Did you act out of misplaced loyalty to her father, a former cadet who served with you? In making that choice, you sacrificed the lives and futures of 4 other young people. Young people you unfairly judged and held in contempt just for their fascination with witchcraft. You made the decision to turn on the gas stove. You knew they had lit candles, and you made the decision to watch them die after pulling Miss Gardner away to safety. We may not know the exact details of what went on in that room that day, but we do know the actors and the outcome. You robbed them and their families of a chance at a future. And all this in a vain attempt to craft the town in your own image, perhaps to revert to a time long ago past. Jeffrey, the world has moved on. Like it or not, it's up to each one of us to move forward in a positive way, embracing a future that we all must move towards together. I have no more to say on the matter. We'll commence sentencing at a later date to be determined. I expect you to spend the rest of your days behind bars, contemplating that single selfish choice to play God with the lives of others. Take him away.